I did on accident, but we all but we have started the No Filter podcast. All right, so check it out. We are with my boy Mozz. On Instagram, it's Mozz Heart though, right?
No, I'm creating a new account because I'm not really doing the genre I used to do. Of course, I'll still be posting on that account, being me. I feel like that'll just be probably like my more like personal and vibe account with everybody because I know I'm still locked in and made a lot of great connections and relationships with people through that account. So, um, but my new account is going to be This Is Maz. So it's very simple, um, straight to the point. I'm going to be doing country, kind of like country roots, alternative grit, and like creative hip hop style blend. So y'all about to turn up with me. Let's get it.
I ain't gonna lie. So I met Mons through I performed here at Pink Lotus, right? Um and uh basically my boy was just like he was around. I believe you got me through the door and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I mean, it was cool. Every time that I see my boy he's been chilling and stuff like that. But what you been up to, gang? Like what's the word?
Oh, man, so here recently, I've actually been working on a new project. I really haven't released music in a long time, just due to some other reasons, are what they are. But I'm glad that everything is in a line now to where I can be able to release music, be able to start showing everybody my art. So I'm actually working on this song called Smooth, Smoove. Not smooth. I don't spell it Smoth. We don't do that. It's smooth. So yeah, it's really like just showing that I'm nonchalant towards situations that I felt like I couldn't control.
Yeah.
Like kind of letting go of the old version of me and creating something new.
I ain't gonna lie. I got to hear two unreleased songs. You hear me? And they was turned, and we was in here talking about ideas like about like his cover art and stuff like that. And I think that it's something that y'all should definitely lock into. It's different. It is different. I can't think about the chorus that you were saying in the second one, but it was cold. It was cold. It was cold. You was turning up. But not too much is going on. You feel me? We right now we at Pink Lotus. Right now we are at Pink Lotus, and what a day it has been. You hear me? Um, no, literally, it has been a long day. I don't know if I told y'all, but I have a car. Uh yeah. No, I did just get a car. And that was turned. Not too much is going on with it though. I have to try to get another car because because all I'm gonna say is Nancy D. Kaufman, I need to talk to you. I bought a car on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
Yes, it was crazy. Yeah. Basically, the person who sold it to me is not Nancy D. Kaufman, and I have to find her. And I will find Nancy D. Kaufman. Yes, I have to find Nancy D. Kaufman. That's been my whole like. That's been my. That's yeah. That's whose name is on the title because I have the title, but it's not like transferred into my name. I have to Nancy, Nancy. One of my trips that I'm gonna have to take next is gonna have to be to Indianapolis, Indiana. Yep. Watch it be a vlog. Yep. Yep. I've been doing a whole bunch of like side missions. A whole bunch of side missions. I ended up in Nashville. Just going to see this girl. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think no oil change. Yeah, I'm living. I'm living a literally like a GTA side character life.
Nah, for real.
I mean,
That's lit.
do you feel like you are the main character, or do you feel like you like a side character to the main character? Or you feel like you're just an NPC? I feel like I'm more of an NPC.
I feel like I'm more of like the hidden main character. Like, have you know how like a lot of movies they start out with a character you think is gonna be the main character and they trick you last minute. You like, bro, this wound up being my favorite character and the main character. Like, I feel like I'm that hidden character that like pop up and everybody realize that's the one.
You have to appreciate this.
That's the one.
That.
You feel me?
I feel
Yeah.
It's like if I say Trunks, you watch Dragon Ball Z?
No, I I ain't never seen it to be
Okay,
honest.
okay,
I
okay.
ain't really into it. My bad.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It's like the person who's like the clutch person, like
Yeah,
we,
yeah, yeah.
like yeah, I mean the person that we need.
For sure. Yeah, one time, like the last minute pop up.
Right? Yes, the person everybody goes to love. But no. Now the Superman movie. How do you feel about DC and stuff like that? Are you
I like it too.
what?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know
Who?
the difference between DC and Marvel. Like I know some of the characters, but I don't know like what's the main difference. To be honest,
Right.
but I
This
know who
has
my
to
favorite
be
is.
who is Mozz? Who is Mozz? What do you like, bro? Who is Mozz?
I like creating. I like creating music, bro. Like I feel like that's really like my only like true passion in this life. I'm a good person. I like to be honest. The reason I created Mozz Heart in the first place, whenever I was that person, that name was only made because I broke it down into syllables, as in most heart, because I try to give the most heart to everybody. Because you know, not everybody gets to go home, be loved, and be able to have somebody there for them. So my music might not be like the most comforting, but it might be the most healing. I feel. So that's what I feel like. Me, I'm just an artist. I'm really just an artist that loves to create and help other people heal through my words that I can say better in music.
Now, can you spell it because I feel like we seeing it and people
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
how to
yeah, yeah.
spell it. So like,
So my Instagram is Mozz.
yeah,
So yeah, so it's Mozz is how I spell my name. Like I said, I used to spell it Mozz, but now I went to Mozz because that's really what everybody calls me, and I feel like I really resonate with that name better than I do Mozz Hart. You know, I feel like at the time that was just to let people know I'm an artist because a lot of people at that time was considering me a rapper and like doing like hip hop culture, but which was great. But I wanted to let people know that I'm expanded through different cultures. I've been through everything, you
and
know.
that's what the new album is about, right?
Yes, yes. New album is building up to let y'all know what kind of person I am. I would label my kind of genre more like Post Malone, Kid Leroy kind of vibes. But also, like I said, a mix of hip hop. It's hard to explain. It's better just to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like so. Um, it's music to me is more like a therapy. You know.
And that's the same reason why I write music is because I've been through therapy and it really wasn't enough for me. So and I find talking to people about my problems like I find it to be like really an open thing for me. That it's like a vulnerability thing,
For sure,
and
you
rather
really
than
have
me
to.
being able to be affected by me telling somebody something in conversation, I'd rather be able to put it in a song. So I literally put everything into a song. So people often question me about what I have going on, like,
Mhm.
and I don't think that people's gonna look too deeply into it. But you think you know a guy?
Not yet, for real. Yeah,
You
yeah,
really think
yeah.
you know a guy? But listen, the album is dropping on when?
So I'm releasing the song Smooth. Supposed to be releasing August 1st. I will have a pre-order date set for the 27th. So if you do want to pre-order that, it will be available before then. But yeah, I'm really excited for this project. Like I said, I put a lot of time, a lot of work into this, and a lot of different adventures I have took to try to figure out what exactly I wanted to do with this kind of music video, with the song, and how I was going to make the song relate to the music video. But I'm not going to say too much about it.
Yeah.
But the shocker is really going to be a
Okay.
shocker.
It's a song. It's a song. Right.
Yeah, yeah. Right now it's a song. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna be working on an album soon. It's gonna be probably in my later projects. Right now I'm just gonna release a couple singles because I feel like these singles just need that impact by themselves.
Right.
And plus I just want to put a lot of like the production and visuals behind it, just to give people like a picture of not only the music, but in this video I'm gonna do something different that shows people a version of me as well.
Right.
Like I feel like people need to know who I am as a character and also as who my personality is and what my traits are instead of knowing just my songs.
Yeah.
I'm deeper than
Yeah.
that. For sure.
So what's the most that you could see? No, I'm not saying put a limit on yourself, but I feel like I don't know. I've done like a kids TV show, Okay, I basically I've done a kids TV show. I've got the podcast. I've made ill. I've made like I've done so much stuff to get people's attention to where the peak of my content right now is my page called Everything is Content,
Okay.
and I literally just post everything on there because I tried to study the algorithm.
Yeah.
I tried to do all that, but I want to do. I don't want to be. Yeah, I mean, working at a regular job and all that stuff like that. I want to be something to where I'm doing like it's everything is content. I'm just posting and people's interacting with it. So the limit that I see myself is I say like everything is content. So where do you see yourself ending up type thing? Like yeah, where you think is that a you understand that?
As far as what do you mean by that? Because
As
for
much
me,
as you
I take
push,
words as very like
yeah,
deeper
yeah.
meaning. You know.
Like you put out the thing that's your story and stuff like that, right? And right now you at a moment to where you're doing like country music from where you came from then, and all of it all of it has story within the songs that you're making. So like where do you see it? Do you see yourself? I don't know. We could put it in a song perspective. Do you see yourself making I don't know, end up doing a pop album? Like I ended up doing a pop album. Do you see yourself end up doing like I don't know disco? Like I'm about to do a Nola album,
Okay.
right? Like what do you see yourself doing as Mozz?
Honestly, I see myself shocking y'all. Like truthfully, I get what you're saying about doing different genres, and I feel like that's just something I've been trying to settle with too. As me as a person, is what genre really to label me, which is like I was explaining to you, it's like a good thing but a bad thing.
Yeah,
But you know, I see knowing that your genre is very important nowadays, but also don't get confused through trying to find that. Because like me right now, like that's what I was trying to do is find my genre. But I figure like me right now, I'm doing what is gonna let people know the beginning of me from where I started when I first got with the people I started recording with and started working with throughout my journey. That really I feel like has been like a major impact to me. Um, and I just feel like through everything I've worked through, they should even hear the stuff that to me might be old, but to everybody else is new.
yeah,
There's a lot of moments and emotion and a lot of energy I put into those songs, vocally, physically, like mentally. You can feel it. It's like they're spiritually.
yeah,
So uh, I feel like that's really what I want people to understand is like this is the light it came from and how I've transformed into what's gonna be when y'all start to hear the new.
yeah. What I like is that you not only that you've done music, but you also put on shows. Like to be able to get a crowd together. Do you know like do you know how I've only tried to do it once,
Yeah.
but just as I performed for these people the other day, and you know who you are. I performed for them, and nobody popped out. Like not a single person, and it was on 4th of July. So it's like to get a crowd out on any day. It's like the 4th of July. You would think like people are going to pop out.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because it's like everybody's gonna be trying to look out to go have fun. But in reality, people are out shooting fireworks and stuff like that with their family. So for you to be able to get the crowds out, like that's a lot. What steps did you take to, yeah, I mean, to be able to do stuff like that for somebody who does want to start trying to do, um, that needs promotions and stuff like that.
Yeah, like craftsmanship, like build.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I feel like it takes a lot of time. First off, it does take a lot of time. Takes a lot of it takes a team too. More importantly, like you can't just do it yourself.
yeah,
Like you're never gonna do nothing. Like I'll tell artists this all the time. I don't care what genre you're in. You are never going to be able to make it by yourself.
it's not
Not
realistic.
anymore. It's not. Like even if you break down to the point where you're mixing yourself, you're engineering, you're promoting, you're producing, unless like I mean that's a lot. Like, unless you got a lot of bag, like you gotta have some major. Like you gotta have at least $1 million to do that. Like by yourself.
Who is gonna report your performances? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. You
Like
need a videographer.
you
You
have to have
can't do
somebody.
everything. You can't hold the camera. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not an octopus. You ain't got 8 arms. So like you ain't got no choice but to have a team. But the thing is making sure your team is reliable and consistent and there for you too. You know what I mean? It's deeper than just the business. You also have to have at least some kind of level of emotional connection with them, whether it be like a relationship that y'all are bonded from friends, whether y'all bonded from the music, whatever y'all are bonded from is cool, but just know that you have to have some kind of relationship with the people. You can't just do business with anybody. You know what I mean? Not everybody gets along, not everybody likes the same thing.
I ain't gonna lie, my boy is literally speaking like the realest thing. And
Yeah.
when you are in this, when you doing anything, you cannot be by yourself. You could keep on posting interviews and stuff by yourself. Like
Mm,
you could keep talking
mm.
talking to the camera, but it's when you bring other people in that more people gonna start watching you and stuff like that. Like you literally need to build a team. But the question I have to ask you is, do you think that it's more smarter to try to be an independent person, like be your boss or have a boss? If you have a
Uh,
boss, there's so many benefits to having a boss,
of
or not even having
course.
a boss, having a partner, something like that, right?
Yeah,
If you at the top, like it's so easy to be like, yeah, like let's collab and let's do something
most
versus
definitely
let's actually
make something for sure.
actually be a team. So do you think that somebody should keep collabing or lock in, being the
Collaboration is
boss?
key. I'll say like that. Collaboration you have to do. If you are not collaborating with other artists or other people, you are not going to be able to make anything happen by yourself. Like that, like I said, it goes back to doing it by yourself. You know what I mean? Because to me, it's like I was signed to a label before, which, like I said, it's not gonna go too deep into it. But the point is, I was signed to a label before, and one thing I'll say, it's a blessing but a curse. Yes, there might be a lot of bad points, but at the same time, there was a lot of blessings that came along with that. Like, because the connections I got from that are people that still held their longevity in their connections. So yes, I might have lost out on the connections that brought me to that appearance of the other people, but those other people have longevity connections with me. I still go see these people. We are able to like still create and still make things happen.
Yeah.
So it's really like, to me, just look at everything as perspective. I say this all the time to people. You can look at a bee as it's gonna sting you and you be worried about it, trying to swat it away, or you can look at a bee like, damn, this thing produced honey for me. Like it produced. I mean, honey's sweet.
We need this.
So yeah, yeah, like how you gonna, man, you gonna dry as biscuit, bro? Popeyes will go out of business. Like, hey, for real, I ain't no lie.
That's real. That's real. That's real. I think about that often with like trees and stuff like that. When you driving, like I said, I just drove to Nashville. I drove to Cincinnati to go perform. Like
Oh, that's lit.
I seen a bunch of trees and stuff like that, and I was like, imagine if there was no trees. Like, and we're getting to a point where like somehow Louisville became the largest city in Kentucky.
It's like its own state.
I don't know how it did. Lexington was. I remember 2018. Lexington was like the biggest city in
Hey, Lexington
Kentucky.
was popping.
Now somehow it became Louisville. Because they cutting down our trees, brother. We need them trees. Watch the Lorax. Like,
Hey,
watch the
look, how
Lorax.
we gonna
How are we gonna
breathe?
breathe? Like, that's real. Um, now on a random, they just bought Naruto things to Burger King, and get your Naruto figure from Burger King. And are you a collecting person? That's the question of the day. Do you collect any Funko Pops? Do you collect anything? Pokemon cards?
Um, I collect notes of songs. Honestly, like I said, I just do music. Like for real, like I don't really collect nothing. There's nothing that specifically like draws my eye. I used to collect shoes when I was younger and stuff, but to me, it really wasn't nothing to
You got
like
any
have.
posters at the crib?
Hey, what?
Posters?
Posters? Nah.
Alright.
Like I said, I really be a calm person, bro. Like I be chilling in my own world in a sense. Like I really, like I said, I used to collect a lot of things, but then I realized, like I said, like the blessing and curse. Like I realized a lot of things that are materialistic really have no value. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Don't quote me if it was Julius Caesar himself, but I know in the story there was a quote that they talked about that, like he talked about like when he dies, like carry him in the road with all his riches on the road to show people even though he's dead, this won't go with him. Like show people everything that they see on the world that he had and show them how this has no value. No matter what you do, it never had true value. So to me, it's like materialistic things don't have value. To me, it's like it's all about souls and connecting with people's souls. Like me, I'm an energy person. Like so that's why I feel like sometimes my energy sometimes will be too genuine because I be so connected to people. You know,
Yeah.
I love being able to learn. You know, I really find joy in getting knowledge.
Yeah. No, that's me. That's me. I can find myself more on the vulnerable side of life for the most part, trying to intake information, and it's hard to kind of find that middle ground sometimes. Um. Oh, I was about to ask you something. I was about to ask you something. But look, we are on the 20-minute mark. Most importantly, um, so my boy Mozz, how long have you been doing? How long have you been doing music? That's crazy. I don't know how we have not hit that one
uh, it kind of very writing music. I didn't start till around high school when I was like 17 maybe.
yet.
But as far as like doing covers and stuff, when I was young, like a little kid, I used to do them when my dad would perform. My dad did music all my life. He did. He actually was a bass player, and he did perform, and he did country music. And I was inspired in a different lane in that time, a different genre. I liked hip hop. That was me. So that's where I like hip hop R&B. That's where I transfused at the time, and then now it's like life guided me right back to my natural roots. So it's it brought it to me.
I love that country music. I love that country feel. Because what is it on the radio? Country makes you feel a way that you want to say but you don't, or something like that. It was along the line like that. It was along, and then and that's when I started listening to country music. Now who are you inspired by as artists? Like, where did you find like that you try to, yeah, I mean, make it
uh,
move like anything like that?
so I tell people all the time I do like a lot of different various artists. But I feel like my most inspired artist that I was really inspired by, who rest in peace, but was XXX Tentacion. I feel like he taught a lot of knowledge. He spoke a lot of like a word, and there's actually like a surprise where I'm starting to do on my page now. I'm gonna start doing Mozz talks and Mozz Mondays, along with my music posts, just to kind of like give some motivation. More of like my Mozz Mondays be kind of like my street guys, but like telling y'all straight raw, like emotions unfiltered, and then my Mozz talks to be telling y'all stuff that maybe I went through, or maybe stuff that I can help y'all learn if y'all don't know in this industry and things like that.
Yeah.
I just it's a lot of learning.
Drop your answer one more time.
Yeah, it's this is Mozz, THISISMOZ.
I ain't gonna lie. It's like my boy is like, it's like he's just writing it down. Like, brother, you gotta catch it. You gotta catch it. Um, I want to say I'm proud of you. If I have not already said it already, I'm proud of you for what you've done.
No, I
The
appreciate
things that you
you.
put together, and I think I appreciate you most importantly for reaching out to me,
Yeah,
saying
for
that you
sure.
would do it, because it's like I want to be able to be a platform,
For sure.
and this is gonna be something that's gonna mean something. It's gonna impact to your fans and my
For
fans.
sure.
It's gonna be something that's gonna be forever. You know what I mean? So
Most
thank you
definitely.
for
Nah,
let me be a part of this movement, because it's like,
thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Like just doing this and putting this together to help everybody in the city just kind of get connected with the artists and get connected with whatever you're doing. It don't matter if you're an artist, you're a content creator, whatever you're doing, whatever you are pushing that you want the people to know is you. I mean, this is just, it's good to have a platform and at least have people with positive energy going towards that platform to make it better and make it more creative. Like, we got somebody coming in right now. You see how that energy works? Look at that. Look at the energy work. How are you? Yeah,
yeah. But nah, I ain't gonna lie. My boy Mars is turned. Mars X Will Kid. I'm glad that, like I said, we got to do something. Now let's talk about, you release your music on DistroKid. What do you feel like is like perks on DistroKid? Why people should release their music on DistroKid?
okay. That's a good point. DistroKid, I'm not gonna lie, it's the easiest platform to drop on. You never have no issues, never have no problems, never have no altercations where you drop something and it doesn't drop. And I'm gonna be honest with you, don't buy the cheapest one. I know they tell you that the label is not what you need. You don't need a label unless you really are running a label. But specifically, get the Musician Plus. It's the second option. I'm telling you that because it'll let you do a lot more, especially if you have to do splits, you have to do percentages, and you don't want to have to split it from doing your wages and have to go through any of the extra stuff with like it skips a lot of the process. Everybody knows what they're getting. There's percentages is already put in there, and so when the money gets distributed, it goes throughout each bank account, and everybody's done.
Right.
Another thing is it also helps with changing your video, your song, or your cover art. So like if you had cover art, you had a song that you dropped, and you're like, man, I got it mixed better by this person. Like 2 weeks down the road, you can still take that new mixed version and put it instead and replace your other one with that one. Same with the cover art, and you be able to still have that posted without reposting the song. Because a lot of times, a lot of the platforms, if you try to edit it, you can't. It's over with. Like once that song's out, that song's out. Like you can't edit none of the song or the cover art. So it gives you a lot more options. You can edit everything down to it.
I found myself in situations where I wanted to change, like, the album cover or stuff like that, and I wasn't able to.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I have some now that I wish I could change that because you told me
exactly.
that I can change that. So, thank you, DistroKid. DistroKid, listen, Will Kid and Mozz use your stuff. So, if you want
Yes,
to, get a collaboration or anything with us,
yes, collab it.
we'd appreciate that.
That's high.
Um, your studio, where do you record your music at, bro?
So right now I record up in Nashville. Shout out to J Rod. What's up, Brody? I just want to say shout out to you, man. He's been such an influence to me, man. Especially pushing to not only being an artist, bro, but really like learning myself as an artist. Like he, out of everybody I've met or come in contact like with, regardless of recording, like he knows me as a artist, and it's like it don't matter like what the emotional connection is, because like we are of course family, I mean there's no question about it, but I'm talking about on a music aspect, like it's a different type of connection. Like he really knows me as an artist and knows how to get what's best out of me, if that makes sense. I feel like a lot of times during the first time, like I said, you're gonna see the growth from me. I have ADHD, so my ADHD was just running, you know what I mean? And I was just gunning it all the time. Like every time I record, I mean, yes, I had the emotion. You're gonna hear, like I said, the great emotion behind it. I have all the energy that's gonna be put behind the songs. You can definitely know it's there. But the only problem is it's like I was going too fast. So a lot of times it's hard for people to break down those words every time, and they have to keep rewinding. People don't want to do that no more. So
No, that's valid.
I feel like he helped me slow down and make more meaning to my songs and do better now. Where I kind of feel like my music, as we go through these chapters of my artistry, you'll start to see that I learned a lot about, I guess, gaining control of storytelling.
Hmm.
So I realized music is more storytelling than anything. People want to know what's going on in life, so I feel like I'm better at storytelling than metaphors and all the other stuff I used to do. Metaphors are still there, but they're different type of metaphors, if that makes
Somebody
sense.
told me say it. Somebody told me say it, but don't say it exactly how it is, right?
Yeah.
And I found myself trying to do that sometimes. But then, like you just said, like nobody wants to try to break that down because at the end of the day, the only person that really thinks like, "Oh, that was gold," was me, because because I wrote it. When you hear it, you can make it flow good. You can make it flow good and stuff like that. But you could be like I don't know, pick them like a grape and he ain't no carrot or something like that, and you can be like, get it because carrot's a vegetable. I mean, a fruit, and people don't know that, but that's why I said grape. Like it's just like it's too much. It does not make sense, but it makes sense to you, and it sounds good when you break it down to me. But ain't nobody always gonna do that. When I perform, I always try to perform my hype stuff, right? And it makes people look at me as if I'm a hype person, right? Now, it's the lyrics that I say that makes it so like I can tell you exactly why I said it like that and everything like that. But for the most part, that people take it as like, oh, he's hype. I'm really chilling in real life. So is is Mars you like I know that you said music is your life, but do people get a difference between meeting Mars versus meeting you when you're in your like you know what I mean when you're chilling state?
Yeah, so I'm glad you said that too, because I feel like when you listen to my music, it's a lot of like the feelings. It's a lot of like different kind of feelings you'd actually like have. It's a lot of emotional stuff that you have to break down throughout my music that makes you actually think like, damn, like it's mainly like relationship or like heartbreak stuff like that, or
Right.
regardless if it's relationship, like as far as uh boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage relationship. It could also be like any kind of relationship you go through where it's just like friendship that you wanted to turn a certain way or anything. You know what I mean? Like there's so many ways and like different ways you can go about it. But um I'm not I don't know. I feel like me, I just try to find like a balance in that to see like who is going to be me as a person, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm trying to still find me and figure out what lane fits me best,
Right.
but I still want people to see every version of me. So that's why I said like back to like where I was talking about breaking down where I'm showing like my older version of me and then bringing up the new. I just feel like that's the best way to like approach with me to let people know who I am. I'm kind of hard to breaking down myself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Of who I am. Like I feel like I said, I just explain it better through music.
Yeah. People say that to me. They say you make music that when you're in a chilling state, like that it's like, dang, like I went through that or you went through that, like it was just relatable. Um and it's good to try to make music like that because of the simplicity of it. Like, yeah, I mean, to make a pop song, to make a pop album, bro, it drained me.
Oh yeah.
It drained me, and the reason I made it is because I felt like I could easily come up with melodies. Like I felt like yeah, I mean, I can make anything that can make some like want to be stuck with people, right? And I felt like I did. I feel like I did. I feel like I did a decent job at it. But at the same time, I did not do on a Taylor Swift on a. I was really shooting for Austin Moon. You know who Austin Moon is? He's from the show Austin and Alley, right?
Oh yeah, I know who that is.
And I really like that's who I inspired my whole thing at him because I'm like he was like the perfect pop star like in that whole show, right? So I tried to make my pop thing like, and it was really way harder. The words that you have to say, like the rhythms that you have to catch, is just so you making your pop. I mean your country alternative, right? Your country rock alternative. Is it easy to do something like that? Like to just jump in and just, or is it like you gotta find like you gotta be listening to a song that's kind of similar to
You have
that,
to
and
feel
then
it.
you
Like I'm like some of the things that the key points you said that I really caught on to is like the whole like how the songs like how people switch like the genres and how you do it is very like hard and stuff. It really is like because like when I was doing my rap hip hop, I came in there like they were like, oh, do country rap or do this and do alternative, and I was like, easy, this ain't nothing. And then you go in there and then you realize and like you had like aside from all things like you think you feeling the music doing that but like you have to feel that music like real talk like you have to be in the beat like you have to be like almost in the computer right beside it like it's
oh
like that
really
because it's like at that point like it's so much more difficult to write the kind of music I'm writing now. I definitely will say that because I thought that putting the metaphors in there was hard and it really was at one point in my life when I was learning, but then after I learned, I was like, "This is easy because all they're telling you to do is pretty much say what you mean,
yeah
like you were describing,
right
and it's not as easy as you think."
it's not
Like then you try saying what you mean, and then you read it, and you're like, "This don't even make sense," and then you had to redo it. You know what I mean? Like this was the first time I've had to rewrite a lot of notes, if that makes sense,
yeah
because I had to scratch them, redo them, scratch them, redo them, because it got to a point where it was difficult. But once you learn the lane and once you learn how to actually put that kind of passion into the music and find what you do best because, like I said, I'm not knocking y'all doing metaphors. Like, if you want to do rap, do rap. Do whatever you want to do. Me, I'm just finding more. Yeah, I just find more joy in doing country starting out because I know that that's what lane fits me best as of right now. And then going into my alternative to show y'all like I got a little more life than just what you're about to hear.
yeah
So I like giving the mix. That's just me personally. But like whatever lane that you enjoy, do it. Don't ever let nothing stop you from doing what you want to do, regardless, of course. And I know everybody hears this all the time, but it's just like it's one of them situations where it's like a lot of people will try to like knock your dream and make you feel like you're not on the right steps or the right approach to where you're supposed to be. And like, it's not about their opinion; it's about yours for yourself. Like, do you enjoy yourself? Do you make yourself happy with what you're doing? If you're not, then don't blame everybody else. Look at what you're doing from the inside and understand from that perspective. Like, it's not them, it's me. I need to do more to make myself happy within this. And if I don't want to look inside and find myself more happiness through doing this, then find something that you want to do. This is not meant. It's okay. And it's not forcing yourself to say, oh, give up. It's also looking and reflecting and letting yourself know, I thought I wanted this, but maybe it was too much. Or I really want this. Like, I just got to do more. So I got to step up. And that's what I'm in the process of. It's like, now that I'm out of everything that kind of slowed me down, I'm back on my track. You know what I mean? And I'm ready to just let that train roll.
There's a lane for everything,
For sure.
right? Most importantly, so like you were just touching on, you can always do better. Even if you like, even if like you just said, you listen to your old stuff
Yeah, yeah.
and you don't feel like it was as good. And now, but at the time,
Yeah.
that's that,
Yeah.
that type of shit was pumping,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So that's the only reason that shit kind of starts being bad, unless you can literally tell that it's bad. There's literally a lane for everything. There's a man outside playing a guitar right now. Yeah, I mean, there's literally a lane for everything. I've actually been on this street, and me and dude was rapping like Taylor Swift and like everything, and that's his hustle. His hustle is, I just got stabbed in the booty by something, but it was like he wanted to stay on the corner, and he wanted to do songs that he could play on the guitar, but me do it in my own like
Yeah, yeah.
way. So we did it, and it made us a little bit of bread. It was cool.
For sure. Yeah, I like that. You know, I mean, that's actually getting out there. That's what a lot of artists are scared of. They're like, a lot of artists see artists that are already famous and they think they're gonna get famous by just waiting on everybody else to make them famous, and it's not gonna work like that. So I ain't gonna lie, I do it sometimes myself. That's why I'm putting the fire under me too, and I have people behind me that put the fire under me that I'm very thankful for. You know what I mean? A lot of people actually helped me get through the things that, you know what I mean, like I couldn't do myself, honestly. So I'm, like I said, it's back to needing a team. Like, I'm never gonna say I did all this by myself, and that's 100%. Like, I never will. I got here because of the goals and the steps that I went through, regardless of the relationships that broke or regardless of relationships that were built. I went through this because that was my purpose. Y'all have a purpose regardless. You might not know what it is, but it's not, you're not meant to know the future. You know what I mean? That's my favorite quote from that Kung Fu Panda. You know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, look, he said, stop looking at the future. I don't know word by word, but he said, stop looking at the future and the past, because what we are living in right now is the present. That's why it's called that. It's a gift. You know what I mean? Everything's a gift. Look at life as a gift. It's beautiful. It's a blessing. Like, stop looking at the negative in things. Look at what you want for yourself. Find it and be that person. Make that purpose. But just know that you're the only person that's going to put that drive under yourself to make yourself do what you want.
You have to live in the moment game.
Yeah,
You have to.
you gotta get out there. You gotta get out, bro. And a lot of these artists you look at, I know they don't look like they're outside, but they are outside. Like, you would not believe how many artists I met just from going out. I went out in Nashville.
Outside,
Outside, go outside. No, I'm talking about like go outside, like me, like when I go around, like go to where the go to clubs are, go where the parties are, go where people are actually outside and like turning up. You know what I mean? Like, go network with people. When I was in Nashville, I went down Broadway. I met a lot of people. I got to meet actually an artist that, I actually like connected with one time. Not him himself, but his manager, DJ Highlight. I met him on Crowd Control.
Word.
And then he had Doobie with him, so he introduced me to him. So I got a picture with him. Like I said, they're really cool people, bro. Like I met them through Instagram, but I met them a long time ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's good to know that those connections are still out there and still thriving and still going and trying to go out here and actually meet people. Like a lot of people like underestimate that. And like,
Yeah.
going out here and actually making and building your connections is the only way you're gonna make it as an artist. It's not gonna come to you, and you're not gonna be able to post it unless you have a marketing team that does it for you. Yeah, you can do that, but if you want to be able to be global and be able to know everybody, you have to go out there and meet everybody. Exactly. Get on feet.
All right. There gets to a point where you have to start getting on the people at the club's nerves. So what I'm gonna say right here is make sure you always tap in with your DJ, okay? Because get your DJ is gonna get booked for so much different events, and if you build a connection with your DJ, then they might fall in love with your song. You know what I mean? And then they'll tell you that it's cold and stuff like that, and you'll see them at a different event. And yeah, I mean, just network. It's always good to network, right? So, listen, we're gonna hit them with. Was you about to say anything else? Okay. So listen, we finna wrap this thing up. We gotta hit them with a closing question, right? Um, I can add on. Let me cook. 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 Let me cook.
You just put the butter in the pan.
I can.
Let it sizzle a little bit.
I can cook. I can cook. Are you ready? Because I've been hearing this dude do this career ladders, and he says, if your job was a food, what kind of food would it be? So, if you was a food, what kind of food would you be? I'm gonna have to be. I go. I would really go. Would I go? Would I be a? I'll be like I was gonna say some chocolate fudge ice cream, but I don't want to be a chocolate fudge ice cream. So listen, I'm gonna change it up to me being a drink. Is that okay? Okay.
Oh, you got me stuck in there. Huh?
Okay, I could change it. I could change it to a different question if you want to.
No, no, no. If I could be a fool, what kind of fool would I be?
Yeah. What do you see yourself as?
Courage, cowardly dog.
listen, listen. That's valid. So you see yourself, you being a,
I'm
you can
always seeing some crazy shit, but I'm lit though.
don't.
I'm lit through it, just know. All the way through it.
Okay, and me, I would see myself as like a grape slushy. You know what I mean? I see myself just and it sounds really fire right now. So no, or I could see myself being one of the little cinnamon toast crunch people too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they be lit on the commercial. I'm the one eating the other one. I'm not losing my life in this battle for this milk, bro. I'm getting to that milk, bro. I'm getting to the milk, bro.
Okay, look. So that's the No Filter podcast with my boy Mozz. And make sure that y'all tap in with his song. What's it called?
Yeah. New project coming out. The song will be dropped very, very soon. Like I said, August 1st and 27th, we will have pre-order for Smooth. SMOOVE. But instead of looking up the song, if you want to find it, you can always find it on my page whenever I release it at This Is Mozz. So make sure you give me a follow. Make sure you give me a shout. DM me even if you need to talk. I don't care. I'm here for everybody. Like I said, I'm a people person. I'm here to help everybody heal through whatever journey they're trying to heal from. Let's get it. Ah.
All right, so listen, and that was the No Filter podcast. We're gonna have more podcasts coming soon. I'm trying to get 5 done today. Shout out to Mozz, WookheadX Mozz. Shout out to Pink Lotus, and we out of here.